In my last video, Leaving Home's Comfort, I talked about the feeling of home and comfort and the importance of stretching our comfort zones in order to keep growing and in order to really appreciate the feeling of returning back to comfort. I compared this to a yoga practice, where you put your body in a lot of uncomfortable positions, positions that challenge your strength, your flexibility, and your balance, and the aliveness you feel after returning to a neutral position after going into all these uncomfortable places. I also compared it to how in music you have your central pitch, or your tonic, which we can relate to home base, and how excitement in music is generated by stretching from that home base, and how resolution is created by returning to it. In tonal music, certain pitches and certain chords make us feel closer or farther from home, and the farther we stretch from home or the longer we're out, the more relieving and the more satisfying it is to come home. But this is really only true to a point. If we stretch too far, we lose the sense of home, and the tension is totally released. We feel lost. You can kind of compare it to stretching a rubber band. You stretch, and you're accumulating tension, but if you stretch past its maximum point, the rubber band breaks. All the tension is lost. It's the concept of finding your edge and riding it. In yoga class, we do this by going as deep as we can while still maintaining a calmness and while respecting the boundaries of our bodies. If we push beyond that edge that we can maintain, then our body tenses back up and we're working against ourselves. Or if we really push too far, we can injure ourselves. In tonal music, we have the same thing. If you push too far, the listener loses the sense of where the home base even is, and there's no sense of really returning to anything. For example, I'm going to say that my central pitch is D. I'll start there, and I'll start pushing, and if I push too far, let me know how it feels. Are we home? Okay, guess we're home. All right, kids, get out of the car. You weren't really sure what was going on there because there was nothing that was really indicating where home was. There was no push back to it, as opposed to, if we're playing tonal music properly, the idea still in the key of D. Building context for the D. All that gives you context for the D. Now when we move from there, moving away and back, and away and back, away and back. Now I can go a little farther now that you know. Back. That's just one example of stretching, but still finding that edge where you're not losing the audience, that edge where you still have some sense of where you're hoping to go back to. So in anything we do, we want to find that edge and ride it by pushing as deep into that discomfort as we can while still staying calm, while still staying non-reactive, while still respecting our own boundaries. So my question to you today is, in what areas of your life could you push a little bit deeper? And in what areas of your life do you maybe push yourself a little bit too hard, a little too far, and would benefit from backing off a bit, and maybe giving yourself a bit of a break? Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you soon. Start at home.